everybody will tap in with the Pod with Tigmatic.
Y'all tune into the Pop Podcast. And guess what? There's an episode of me on
and you are tuned into the Pot Podcast.
And with the Pot Podcast with my boy Tigmatic. You hear me? It's going down.
To follow the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic.
That's that number one.
That's that number one.
V-Ray's going too hard though. Don't cry, dry your eyes, take away hunger. When faith is low and trust is hard, take away hunger. It's like I prayed and I prayed and I prayed some more. It's like the desires of my heart won't on your mind no more. Drowned in the water, couldn't find you, no car, see a boat. Know why you ignoring me, yeah. Seen people blessed with my request, like now you gotta be teasing. Telling myself it's in due season, like I'm really believing. My blessing came once I realized delayed for a reason. You not hear me, yeah. Don't cry, dry your eyes, take away hunger. When faith is low and trust is hard, take away hunger.
Never plan ahead, live up in the moment. Put my trust in God, cause he never leave me lonely. I was trusting in my homies till he showed me they won't for me. I just wait on God, cause he'll remove them. Man, I'm many talents, I just try my best to use them. Gotta feel my purpose, if I don't, my life was useless. This a different type of music, but who else was built to do this? I just wait on God and let him use me. When faith get low and trust get hard, don't cry, wait on God, on God, on God, on God.
Don't cry, dry your eyes, take away hunger. When the outside is weird. That I'ma do nothing but trust him despite how I feel. When your emotions don't change your confession, it's real. You gotta keep your face strong. That's the simplest I know. Guard what you look at and what you let between your ears. God, good showers of comfort outweigh all your stress. It's true, I had to share this good news to all my peers. Your timing, not his timing, and the spirit I heard him say. If he didn't do it, no, it's not because it couldn't be done. You just weren't mature enough to handle it. And he ain't just gonna bless anyone. Wait on God. Don't cry. Dry your eyes. Just wait on God. When faith is low and trust is hard, just wait on God.
I know exactly what they want. I know exactly what they want. Just be patient. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me, y'all keep the fame. I want the glory, been that nigga, bitches never ignored me. Rich in spirit, little bitch can't afford me. Day one static, fix it with a 4G, red beam on it. You think I'm recording, kicking front doors, you try to backdoor me. We are not a gang, bitch, we an army. Book a den, you know I don't tell stories. Keep it 100 in the light, man, you niggas fake. Baby K name Adonis, mini Drake, clip curl, but somehow I can shoot it straight. Insta clip, I can shoot for a minute straight. Turn this to the Super Bowl if I need to. I can hit your chief up with an eagle. Set you up on the score, but they lied to you. Why you letting them niggas mislead you? My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. You won't see it coming, I move like a crook, a thief in the night. So watch what you put, my aim precise. These bullets 12 inches long, a block away I could take off the foot. Don't ask me no questions if you know my stance. Bitch, I'm the man, so thanks in advance. They mean a rifle on top of a tripod. If they ever tell you I was taking a stand, think I run up on me, but I'm way too advanced. Spinning with choppers, turn you into a fan. Can show you the steps, but won't hold your hands. They thought they could stop me, it ain't go as planned. How I get this far? Cause I took a chance. Really got ranked, keeping it a band. This ain't what you think, better think again. This ain't what you think, you better think again. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all created this monster. Went to war with the real, the fake, the snake, the mobsters. Blame it on y'all created this monster.
Yo, what's up, y'all? You're now tuned into another episode of the Podcast with Tigmatic. Hey, listen, it's Monday. We here. We moving and booming. And as always, this episode is brought to you by Hollywood TV, Hollywood Radio, Dollar Radio, Going In Radio, DamaniBrand.com, NorthShadeDemoreBoutique.com, and 105.7 The Phase Atlanta. I'm sorry, I'm a little tongue twisted. This happened to me every Monday, y'all. Y'all know that. But anyway, we are here, y'all, and I'm thankful that you're here with me tonight. And tonight I have an awesome guest. Positive vibes, good vibes. Also a member of the chapter. And she here to spread some love to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all can dig it, because I can dig it. Because like she said, she's spreading the love of God wherever she go. So that's what we going to do here today. So without further ado, not to say it like the bull, because I ain't going to say it like the bull, it'd be saying it. But without further ado, I give y'all the one and only Bide Divine. What's going on?
I had to unmute my phone. What's goody?
Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, it's a blessing to be here, fam.
Hey, listen, I like to let my guests give themselves a formal introduction like only they can. So okay. The floor is yours. Do your thing, queen.
Bet. Okay. So my name is Bide Divine, host of the Artist Unplugged podcast. I am a hip hop artist. I'm an artist in general. But if you have seen my face or you know me, it's probably because I'm with the Artist Cartel Music Group and host of the Artist Unplugged podcast. And we have a radio show on Oak 93.5.
Hey.
We were on Wednesdays, but now we on Tuesdays, 5 to 7. But yeah, you can catch me a little bit of everywhere. I face and body paint as well. So if you see me out and about, you like, dang, this girl wear a lot of hats. But you know, the gift is the gift. I acknowledge the gift from above. But yeah, that's who I am, man. By far makes divine.
Hey. Well, listen, welcome. It's good to have you here. If you can, just adjust your camera just a little bit for the Instagram side so they can see your face a little. You turn it a little bit more, just a little.
I'm gonna get right here.
There you go. Okay,
Instagram.
All right. So we here. This is episode 2 on Instagram because I just started getting on Instagram, but we here, y'all.
Hey,
you know.
Now.
But we on the stations as well, so they get to see and hear the show. It usually was Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. But now we're on Instagram in the Insta world right now. Okay. So we having it. All right.
Mama, we made it.
We made it. All right. So let's get into it. All right. For those that don't know, tell people where you're originally from and how your environment shaped who you are today.
Wow. Okay. So I was born in DC, raised in Baltimore. My parents grew up in where I'm at now, a small town in North Carolina, St. Paul's. Okay. So when I was 12, we moved to North Carolina. A lot of my family's in North Carolina, but I went to elementary school and middle school in Baltimore. That's why when people hear me talk, they like, you not from around here. I've been down here forever. I just will never be fully country because I spent half my life in Baltimore. But yeah, my environment, it changed the way that I see things because my parents moved us back here to the country because people was getting shot in front of the house, like run-bys. Not like we heard the drive-bys, right? But one New Year's, my parents were coming from church and literally my dad had to jump on my mom in the van because 2 guys was running down the street shooting at each other. Like this stuff was like really real. And my brother was 5. I was 12. So they was like, yeah, we not going. Yeah. So they moved us here, which was like, dang, it's quiet, you know what I mean? But it gives you the whole perspective. You know, people that grew up in the country might not know what it's like to be in the city and vice versa.
For sure.
But
I'm from Philly, so I know.
Yeah, you know, right?
Yeah.
But we always came to visit because, like I said, most of my family was here. both my grannies, God rest their souls, we used to come down and visit, and so I know the country life. I know the gardens and shelling peas and butter beans, and you feel me, playing in the fire hydrant. So I know a little bit of everything. So it really helped me get a perspective of every place, you know what I'm saying? Because you got cities, you got countries, you got boroughs, you got a little bit of everything. So it made me more versatile. And then I moved to Orlando in 2006 and stayed there for a while. So yeah, I got a pretty versatile perspective of things, how I grew up and how I was raised.
Oh, that's what's up. So who were your biggest influences in the household? Like, tell me about that a little bit.
As far as like what, like my mom or
who were your influence? Whoever was around, you know what I'm saying? Who was the people that influenced you to get you musically inclined, or even just honing you and your crafts and gifts from a child on up? Who who were those influences?
Well, so I didn't know that I was going to be musically inclined when I was younger. I loved art. So I always used to paint. I always used to draw. I never took art in school. That was my thing. A lot of my teachers growing up really poured into me because I was like a really creative person. I was a really nice, I was I was a good girl. I was always, making friends and being, kind, because my mom ain't played it. She went, yes, ma'am, no, sir, type situation. In the home, my mom she allowed me to be creative. If I want to draw on this or draw on that, if I want to cut this up, and you know what I mean. But so she helped me to be who I am as far as my creativity. She never stifled my creativity, me being who I was as a child, because I just wanted to do everything. I want to draw this, I draw that, let me draw on walls and everything like that. So I would say that she helped a lot, not by stifling my creativity. A lot of parents are like, don't do this and you can't do that. And sometimes it keeps a child in a box, but I was never put in a box necessarily. I didn't know that I was going to write music until high school. And even then, I don't think my parents, I just do so much. They was just like, oh, okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you write songs, go figure. You know what I mean? And it started off with poetry, and then it just elevated when I was like, oh, you know what, this could be a song, and it just went from there. But no specific part, because it was my mom, my dad, me, and my little brother. My cousins did put me on to music, like rap and like Bone Thugs, Lil Kim, Trina, etc. Because my dad and my mom, like I said, I got old school parents. They was not having that. You could not change the station that they was listening to listen to a rap station. Like no, sorry, Bob. Did you pay for this? Okay, all right. So you listening to what we listening to, and I love that honestly now, because like Ozzy Brothers, you know what I'm saying, Aretha Frank, like everything back in the old school, I know it. I love it. I know it because I had to listen to that. But my cousins, here they go. Let me listen to Bone. Let me listen to Trina and Lil Kim. And in the beginning of my rap, me writing songs, that influenced me a little bit. But then I had to realize my own journey and go ahead with that. But yeah. So I think both my parents, the way that they raised me, kind of influenced me to go the way I'm going.
Oh, that's dope. That's definitely dope, because when you get influences from parents, you get both sides of it.
Oh yeah.
You get the dad's aspect, and you get mom's aspect.
Right.
And for some of us, we didn't have that, So when you do, it nurtures you into a full being to where you can really be creative. And that's awesome.
Yes.
So kudos to mom and dad for influencing you the way they did. You know what I'm saying?
They've been married 51 years. It'll be 52 years, God's will, December.
Oh, that's what's up.
Like,
that's definitely what's up.
My mom was 16. My dad was just turning 20. He was in the military when they got married. And they've been together ever since. So I seen the ups and the downs and the rounds, but it shows that type of love could still exist. That type of commitment and relationship could still exist, seeing them firsthand.
Yeah, that's dope. So tell me about some struggles that you faced early on that people see today.
That they see? Or
as far as that people go through today, but it probably wasn't really spoke on back then.
Right.
But you know, we see these things today and speak on them now.
Yeah.
What were some early things that you went through?
So I would say, as far as economically and like a personal thing that I went through, a lot of people might not know that I faced homelessness for a minute. And it was me being prideful. I wasn't where I was staying was very uncomfortable for me because me and my dad was going at it real heavy, and then he was going back telling my dad all this stuff, and I was like, I can't deal with this, type of situation. Like, I gotta go, but then I didn't have anywhere to go. So it was pride a little bit, I say, that would push me out there, but I was just like, whatever, you know what I mean? I would rather be here than be there. So I did face that, sneaking in and out of bandos just to keep warm, you know what I'm saying, be safe. It was only for a few months. I was like, I can't do this. It was like, Lord Jesus, I seriously.
So how did you keep yourself safe though? Like you said, you was in the bandos, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's not ever safe. So how did you keep yourself safe?
So it was literally by the grace of God. Like, and it wasn't necessarily like empty crack house of bandos. When we hear bandos, you like, oh, that's an empty abandoned house or building. Like, it was a complex I used to stay in. They would be painting or something like that and leave certain apartments open, and we would know which ones. So we would be able to go in there and sleep on the floor, and then like head out in the morning or whatever case may be. I slept on the bench before. The worst though, I remember one night it was super cold, and I slept outside behind the Chevron, and it was the ground, and it was cold, and I ain't had no blanket, and it was just so, that was like the worst, because I was like, I don't want to ever do this again. Like, I'm gonna get myself in a position, or put myself in a position where I can, be somewhere warm and safe, regardless. And I end up just, applying for, and I used to go to the labor pool. Like, I wasn't out there just like begging for, I never asked anybody for any type of money. I get up at like 3:00, go to the labor pool, stand in line, get that daily money, have enough to eat or whatever the case may be, and just do what I could, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, a lot of it, I was young and it was pride, so I had to deal with that. I had to deal with people. We all deal with people that say they love you and say they're there for you, but don't really be.
Actions speak louder than words.
Exactly. Exactly. Because I had a friend, and I was actually going through that, and I was my man at the time. It was, of course, whatever. But they were supposed to be our friend. Both of them is a couple, and they were supposed to be like mutual friends or whatever. And I was like, I was like, it was so cold outside. I'm not gonna do. I was like, yo, can we sleep on your floor? Like, just tonight, and then we'll leave in the morning. They was like, nope, not on duty. Right, but it was some other factors that could have played onto that, because he did have sticky fingers, and I found that out later on. But still, like, turning people away like that, you're supposed to be close. So yeah, I mean, I learned a lot, and around that same time is when I actually had a relationship with the Most High. Because people can say you're Christian, they put all these labels and stuff on. It's a relationship, and that's the most important thing to me, because my grandma was an evangelist, like casting demons out of people, like serious, like she hunted down true to what she do. And she always told us about it, and we always went to church. But the relationship, when I found out Yah had a name, and he revealed himself to me in a way that it just was like, wow, like this is amazing. And all I wanted to do, even though I was drinking, I was still smoking, I was still doing 20-year-old stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yah is Yahweh, also known as God, Jesus Christ, for those that don't know.
Yes. Yes, thank you for clearing that up. But, I would just want to read the Bible. I don't know. It was just like I do know the Spirit was pulling me. The Holy Spirit was pulling me into this relationship, and I was like, I could not stop. And he just was information overload. I was loving it. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's what's up.
Yeah, that helped me a lot, because it kept me grounded. It kept me mentally stable regardless of what I was going through. You know, you had your financial hardship, you had your learning lessons. When you young like that and you don't really be around anybody influence you, got to kind of learn yourself. You got to go through those things, you know what I mean? So any young people out there, if you have people around you telling you the right things to do, telling you a better way to go, just like listen to them. Don't be prideful. You know, take sound advice and take sound wisdom, so you won't have to go through those hardships. They trying to tell you for a reason because they done seen it, they done been there, and they don't want you to have to go through that. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
Yeah.
Big facts. Explosion facts. Big facts. All right, so here's my next question. When did you realize you were different and had a unique voice?
So I would say I realized I was different early on because I had a different way of dealing with people. I got bullied. I was never the bully. It's just like things that set me apart from my childhood and then just growing up. When I really started to use my voice and realize that like my art is different, that was like after my relationship started, you know what I'm saying, with the Most High. And I was just like, you know what, I could do this. Like I was rapping and writing about some other things I couldn't let my hear type situation. And it was hard. It was hard stuff, but that really wasn't me. I started writing from my heart. I started writing from a deeper place and realizing like, wow, this could change somebody's life. Like this is a tool, you know. This is not just, I didn't think it was just like entertainment before, but then it was like, wow, wait a minute, you know. When I used to go out, I had no problem praying with people. It was weird. It was wild because like I didn't know what a prayer warrior was, or you know, I've never even heard of a prayer warrior. And I was arguing with my ex at the time, and I had left out the apartment complex mad. I was hot. I had a mug on my face. I know I look mad. So for real, like you don't want to talk to people that look like that. You know, you don't approach people that, you know what I'm saying? But I walked out the door and there was this little old lady on the side of the complex walking her dog. I'll never forget this. And she was like, "Excuse me." And like my whole countenance changed because I'm like, I'm not mad at her. So I said, "Yes, ma'am." And she was like, "Come here, you're a prayer warrior. Can you pray with me?" And I was like, okay. And I prayed with her because like before that, I just wanted to pray for people and pray with people. I didn't care where we was. It didn't matter to me. I wasn't embarrassed. It didn't make me feel no type of way. And then later on in life, I realized that he did, you know, call me to intercede, to be a prayer warrior or whatever. So, and I never seen that lady after I prayed with her. She told me like what she needed prayer for and stuff. After I prayed with her, I'd never seen her again in that complex. And I didn't know if it was like an angel. It was just like divinely, I know it was a divine appointment, but I didn't. It was just like, was that an angel, Lord? Like, what's going on with that? But a lot of times, you know, we run away from stuff like that because we feel uncomfortable. But that's how I knew that I was different. That's how I knew I was called for something greater, even greater than me. You know what I'm saying? Greater than just making music just to make music. Greater than, you know, things to just put myself, oh, I just want to get this money. Oh, I just want exposure. Oh, I just want, it's way bigger than that, you know. And
things that don't mean anything because monetary is always obsolete in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because
it's gonna come and go.
It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. It's gonna come and go. And I had to I realized that like early on that, you know, it was a greater purpose for what he was having me to do. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. That's definitely awesome. How old were you, by the way?
What, when I was going through all that?
Yeah, how old were you?
So I was 20. I think I was 24.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 24.
That's still fairly young. To have an understanding of what God wants from you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
so that's pretty dope.
I didn't fully understand it, but I know I was going gung-ho because he was giving me signs like I could see things clearer. You know, it's like once you cross that border from like churchiality and religion to like a relationship, you see things so much different. It's like, man, daddy, you love me. Like, you really love me. Like, you care about me. Like, all this time you was protecting me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It really hit different. And so I was ready. I was like, let's go. What we doing?
Yeah, I could dig that. So how did your upbringing prepare you for the industry that you're in now? And let's talk about that a little bit. How did you discover radio? So it's a two-part question.
Yeah. So my parents, they are music lovers. My uncle was in a group he used to sing. My dad knew the Mighty Clouds of Joy. He knew one of the members and they were close, you know what I mean? So it's always been gospel music, R&B, soul. So we had this big stereo, and you just like, it's a weird, like, the way you change the channels or whatever. Classical music. I used to press the button to turn to the classical music channel and pretend I was a ballerina. You know what I mean? That's how I fell in love with classical music. But I'm so eclectic. Like, I literally listen to everything. You know what I'm saying?
I used to rap over Beethoven, so I get it.
Hey, let's go. Oh, that's classic right there. Literally.
You're the first person other than myself I heard say anything about classical music.
Yeah. Vivaldi Four Seasons is my go-to clean up. I just want to chill. I want background music, but I don't want to be bothered. Vivaldi Four Seasons, hands down, put it on, listen to it, and just go. But yeah, that's how I mean, it's always been in my life, some type of way, music, and listening to it different ways. MTV was heavy, you feel me? Like TRL, Total Request Live, like y'all don't
TRL.
Y'all don't know
Carson Daly.
You feel me? Some of y'all don't know. BET, when they was playing videos, like I was watching MTV when they used to have a show, or like the show called Making the Video or something like that. That's when I fell in love with like the art and like behind the scenes and how they put videos together and the lights, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But yeah, I grew up like that. We had and everybody from the city, I don't know if they had it in Philly, they had this show called The Box. And
we had The Box. It was channel 40. No, I think it was channel 48.
Yeah, music television, you control.
Yeah. This little static in the I remember that. We showing our age, folks. So to the young people, y'all know nothing about that.
It's okay, sorry. I was look young. I look young. I just look young. But a lot of the music stuff that it was just embedded in me, I just fell in love with it from an early age, and my parents having the speaker CDs. My daddy right now got the record player. He got stacks of records. He probably still got 8-tracks I'm like, Daddy, you ain't got an 8-track player. Like, you just give it up.
Oh, that's fire.
But yeah, it's always been in the home. It's always been an outlet, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's where I come from.
Oh, that's cool. All right, next question. I think it's pretty dope that you're musically inclined because you had folks that was playing it around you a lot.
All the time. Mostly old school, but that's a good thing because there was substance in that music.
Yeah, a lot of it.
And that's why I feel like I rap the way I do now, because that's what I grew up listening to.
Okay. So, what's one lesson from your childhood that still sticks with you today?
Oh, that's a good one. This is a do you have that sound so I can think about it real quick?
No.
So a lesson from my childhood that sticks with me today: be yourself. Absolutely, just be yourself. Some of the times I remember kids used to, I guess I was a little chunky, I wasn't real fat, I was just a little chunky, but I was really nice to everybody, and I'm like a little kind girl, but I got stepped on a lot. I got picked on, not a lot, but like I used to be the butt of jokes. Like if I like somebody and I told that person I like them, then it's like a joke. You know what I mean? And then like just certain little things, but you have to remember just to be yourself. Like I didn't see that I was who I was. I wanted to be friends with people and I wanted to fit in and I wanted to
validation.
I wanted to be part of the community. You know what I mean? I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
But had I known what I know now, being myself would have been like, I mean, I wouldn't have cared about whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it would have saved me a lot of emotional stuff. Because I was sensitive. I'm still sensitive. I'm a woman. I'm a water bucket. But it still would have saved me a lot of that thinking and overthinking and trying to figure out, you know, what was wrong with me? Like, what did I do? You know, how can I do something different? It's not that. It's like that where I was or who I was not meant to be in those spaces. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn that growing up. But as a child, yeah, I think that was the biggest thing, like just to be myself.
Oh, that's awesome. So tell me this. Well, before I say that, being yourself is always awesome.
Oh yeah.
But tell me this. Where did the name Bide Divine come from? Break that down. Break your artist name down. Where were you when you came up with it? You know, tell the people a bit about that.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it is.
So I was in high school when I started really rapping. Like I said, it started this poetry, started doing like songs, and then I got like called out for like rap battles, you know what I'm saying, randomly or whatever. And I was like, man, I'm gonna really do this. I'm gonna keep writing, but I could never figure out what my name would be out because y'all don't share this with nobody. My name is Quan Shatta and they call me Quani, right? Scratch that off. But I was like, should I say Quani? I'm like, nah, that's kind of plain and other people might be named Quan. You know what I mean? It was just so much. Like my whole like, let me see, from the time I was like 17, 18, and I knew I was really going to start writing to like the time I was like 22. That's when, and daddy gave me my name. Okay, I call God daddy. So when I say daddy, I'm not talking about my literal father, I'm talking about my heavenly father. Daddy gave me that name. And this is wild. You believe it or not, I'm gonna keep it G. This is how it happened. So my cousin had left. I was in the living room by myself on a couch. And he was like, I want you to number the alphabet. You know what I'm saying? 1 to 26. I want you to put the alphabet and number it. I was like, okay, bet. He started giving me all these numbers like this, right? But it wasn't like he was just saying like this letter, this is what your name is. He was telling me to do this, add this, subtract it, like, and the numbers that I came up with, I only had 4 numbers in the end, and it was BIDE. And I was like, Bide. And he was like, it stands for believe in definite eternity. And I was like, oh, that's dope. So I was all hype. I was like, I got to rap.
Say it again. Say what it means.
Believes in definite eternity. The soul never dies. I mean, the spirit never dies. You know what I'm saying? So your spirit's going to live for eternity. You know what I mean? So I believe in a
definite. You got the gong for that.
Yeah. I believe in definite eternity. So I was like, oh my goodness, I was so hyped. It was wild to me, for one, how he had me do all these numbers. And I couldn't tell you not one number, not one formula or whatever. I know I just ended up with 4 numbers. And it was like, of course, the first number was 2 for B, and just like, it just went on like that. So this is how I knew it was ordained, right? The next day, my cousin boyfriend was over there. And I was telling him about my name and everything. He was like, it's not just Bide. He was like, that's not just your name. He was like, it's either divide or divine. And immediately, I don't separate. I like unity. I bring things together. So I'm like, I know it's not divide. I was like, it's got to be divine. And then it was just that's like, crazy. It's just like Bide divine, and it stuck. And it was so
that's crazy.
Like, man, like, this so dope. Like,
I like that. I like how you came up with that. And what's crazy is Tigmatic, my name, is a welding. It's the name of a welding machine. But what does a welding machine do? Bring the pieces together. So that's why I named myself Tigmatic.
Oh.
It connects the pieces together. So
Right.
I'm the machine that connects everything together. So yes, it's
It's
dope.
rightful.
We was thinking consciously when we came up with our name. So that's fire. All right. So here's my next question to you. If you could talk to your younger self, what would you say?
Ooh. I'd start that relationship a lot earlier. Trust God. Listen to your grandma, girl. Pay attention in church. For real. Because, it's hard when you got to deal with, certain things. You don't have that knowledge and you don't understand. You think you all alone. And, I went through a lot of stuff. Me and my dad always bump heads. My mom said it was because we were so much alike, but a lot of stuff would have been avoided had I, developed that relationship earlier. So I would have a whole little talk about God with myself and be like, listen, baby, listen, little you. Stay focused because this is what it is. And I'm saying the truth of the word. No sugarcoating. Yeah.
That's definitely what's up. It's always good to go. If you could go back, that would be the first thing to tell them is to build that connection.
Yeah.
Having that connection is definitely important. And one thing about this show that I've always wanted people to understand that it is ran by the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if they don't understand that, this ain't the show for you. And that's for the viewers too. If you don't understand that, this ain't the show for you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So
and a lot of my answers are like that. And I'm like that in real life. You can ask anybody about me. Like, I speak like this and I answer like this because I live this. This is I live this. I love the Most High, and I live it. So it comes out in my personality, my music, just who I am, how I am with people. So yeah, I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world, man. People don't understand sometimes, but it's not meant for them to understand. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I definitely feel you on that.
Yeah.
Here's my next question. When did you first start taking music seriously?
Okay, so I would have to say in 07. 07, 08, because when I moved to Orlando, like I said, I was writing in high school, but it was always just like, because I can, I got that skill. It's a release. I like doing it. You know what I mean? I never was like, hey, let me get in the studio. Let me write a song with people or whatever. But when I moved to Orlando, shout out to Jizz, shout out to $1 Billion Man Entertainment, the first label I was ever signed to, indie label. He had a group. He had a whole group. For one, him and his brothers had a group. And they were doing like big shows, like big shows. And then he started managing another group that were out there doing stuff, you know what I'm saying? And he heard me spit. I guess through, mutual acquaintances, we went to the studio. He heard me spit. He was like, man, like, you got something here, you know what I'm saying? And he was really showing me and telling me about the music business and, performances and, all just like the structure of it. And I fell in love with it and was like, this is what I gotta do it. Like, I gotta go hard, like, as far as making sure that this is a part of my life forever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even if it does not, like, because I do a lot of other stuff, I gotta be able to get my message out. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be able to performing, like, all of that. I fell in love with it like 07, 08. And that's because Jizz and, you know what I'm saying, shout out the DM Holloway, his brother, you know what I mean? They just cultivated what was in me and they believed in me and they hyped me up. You know what I'm saying? We had went to the same studio Rick Ross recorded it. I mean, like, I never seen a studio like this is better than some people's house. This is really nice.
Oh yeah, that's fire.
They exposed me to things that could be possible. And you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm grateful. Jiz, if you watching, shout out, man. Being BDMENC for life. For real, for real.
Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely what's up, because when you have people that believe in you at an early, beginning, and show you what's possible, like you said, you saw what was possible.
Exactly.
It makes it easier for you to feel comfortable as an artist.
Right.
And it also makes you believe in yourself as an artist. Like, if this is possible, imagine what I could do if I could get here or there or there. Yep. And we all know it's levels when it comes to being an artist.
Yes.
So here's my next question to you. What do you like more? Performing, recording, or shooting videos, and why?
Okay, so it's easy question. No, wait, dang, I thought about it too hard.
See?
Performing, nah. I love performing. I'm also I'm an actor as well, so I love performing.
Actress.
They had it just like, but I love performing just because it's like live. It's in front of the people, like right there. Like they see your art. You gotta captivate them. You gotta put on a show. It's like I love performing. Being in the studio is cool, but I do most of my work outside of the studio. So I'll write my songs and I continue to go over it until I memorize it before I get in the studio. I'm not like some people freestyle in the studio, some people write in the studio, which is not a problem, but I want to make sure when I go in there, I don't waste no time, I don't waste no money. I know what I'm about to spit, I spit it. You know what I'm saying? Do my ad libs. You know, if I need any dubs, get it done, and then boom, move on. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up. You like to be in and out, huh?
Right. Like it's cool, but like this ain't no party. Like if you book studio time, it's really work. You know what I mean?
It costs some chicken, first of all.
Right.
And if you spending your chicken, you want the dinner that come with it. Right. And that's the finished product.
Yeah. I'm not gonna spend spend money on 8 hours of studio time and spend 4 of those hours working on the song. I want to work on it outside the studio, get it down best as possible.
Get 3 or 4 songs done.
Yeah, exactly. So I can go ahead and make the most out of it. You know what I mean? So I love the studio time, but performing is top notch for me. What was the other one you said? Performing in studio, or what else?
Shooting videos.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So the reason why I didn't choose shooting videos is because I have a couple videos out, but I have not shot any recent videos. Shout out to my team for Artist Unplugged podcast, the Artist Cartel Music Group. Tay Foreign, we got a lot of work to do, homie. That's my videographer, the team's videographer. He's his own entity. Tay Foreign TV. Dope videographer, but we got a lot of stuff about to pop off, and I'm excited about that. So but yeah, performing is I've been doing a lot of performances too. That's why.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up.
Yeah.
All right. So it's like you like a little bit of both, but your main passion is getting in that booth and getting it done.
My main, performing outweighs the studio, because I mean it's just basically doing what I've been doing outside the whole time anyway. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you like to be outside more, and that's cool too.
I do, just because how I am when I network and talk to people, when I get on stage, I always get the same thing. It's like I did not expect that. I did not expect
that. That's fire. That's definitely fire.
Yeah, it's the element of surprise. I enjoy showing up real quick. You know what I mean?
She said, I want to show up, show out, and have y'all feel good, have y'all feel entertained. So she can have a look and be like, are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? You will be. Come see. You will be.
That's what's up. So you bring that energy basically when you out there performing.
I do. And I think that if we lose that in music, I rap over my ad libs. I don't rap over my song. I try my best, like, to, and I'm not an engineer, but I got garage band, so it's possible. Like, it ain't perfect, but it's gonna do what it do. You know what I mean? I mute the tracks, have my ad libs up, so I make my show mix, and people have to hear me. That makes me become a better artist because now they're
Absolutely.
my words, and I have to enunciate, and I have to make sure that I'm on cue. So I gotta have breath control, and I gotta make sure if I'm moving around that people can still hear me and feel me. And I move around, I interact with the crowd. You know what I'm saying? I look people in the eyes, like, you know, and that's the power of performance. That's what people want to go see a show. You know what I mean? Not you over your song. Like, they can go to Spotify and listen to that. They can go to, you know, Apple Music and download your song and listen to that. If you're not moving, if you don't have something to captivate them, they're not gonna really remember you. You might got a dope song and they may remember you, but it's like those that really leave an impact, those that really put on a show, those that really take their craft seriously, those are the ones that will be remembered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And performance is the thing that they remember. So, you know, it's one side of it for an artist, and that's the bravado, the showmanship, the craft, the putting the energy into it. But then it's the other side, like you're talking about, that performance, making them feel entertained, and then making them feel like this was the person I remember. She was turned, she was on stage doing her thing, and I remember that.
That connection, yeah.
Yeah, and that's that feeling that you want on the inside for people. Yeah. So I definitely agree with that. I know what that feeling is like as well, because performing on the stage is definitely one of the best feelings in the world, especially when the crowd is into it.
Right.
So here's my next question.
Can I say something right quick before you go see the next question?
Sure.
I wanted to add on too, because a lot of y'all artists might be starting off, and I did a lot of after shows in Orlando where I would give tickets out. I would buy tickets and give them out for people to come to my show. I would try to sell tickets or whatever to get people to my show. They say they were coming and they didn't come. So even when it's not a crowd, or even when the crowd is not there, you gotta like use that as practice, use that as performance practice, and do your absolute best so you can work on what you need to work on. Because if you want to get on these big stages and these festivals and things of that nature, you have to treat every single crowd, even if it's a crowd of one, like it's 100,000, because that's preparation. If you get up there and it's 10 people and it's the crowd ain't there and you just like you running through the motion because ain't nobody, it could be one person in that crowd that could change your whole career. You know what I mean? You never know.
Absolutely. So you
got to give it 100% energy. You got to utilize it as practice. If nobody shows up, man, get up there and act like it's 100,000 people, because you visualizing it. You already setting the standard for yourself and saying, okay, I'm going to be doing this, and keep doing it and keep showing up, keep being consistent, because it's going to pay off. But you gotta do it all the way. You know what I mean?
Professionalism is key.
For sure.
Yeah, so I agree with you 1000%. You know, you gotta still come out and show out.
Exactly.
No matter who's there.
Right.
Speaking of festivals, Bide Divine will be at the Juneteenth festival.
Yes, sir.
Going in, you know what I'm saying? She gonna be out there showing out.
Yeah.
That's right. So, you know, she telling y'all she already gonna come with that energy. So be ready to celebrate with us and be turned for Juneteenth.
Come through.
And that's what it is. Straight like that.
Come through. And shout out to D Gutter and Sean Way, man, for the 4-7 Fest. I did it the first time last year. This year was popping, man. It was a lot of dope artists. It was a lot of networking, a lot of love, man. So yeah, 27 4-7 Fest gonna be crazy. So make sure y'all go ahead and tap in early, man.
So the 20th and then the 27th, she added again. Make sure y'all there. All right. So how would you describe your sound to someone hearing it for the first time?
Real. I mean, it's coming from a genuine place. I don't have, because I'm eclectic, I don't have a box, but I could say like Outkast are one of my biggest influences as far as style and music. I listen to a lot of Lauryn Hill, of course. I'm usually compared to like Rod Digger. Somebody heard me yesterday in the gym, and he was like, "You remind me of Shauna." Like when she was in this group, and she was so hard, she was so dope, and I was like, "Oh,
ETP.
yeah."
Yeah.
But it was before she got with Luda.
Okay.
I forgot what he said the name of the group was, but he said I need to check it out. But he was like, it made me respect her as an artist, you know what I'm saying, as far as the lyricist goes. But yeah, I would just say real, because it comes from a real place though. I'm a really inspirational person. I'm a complimenter. I will I will search for something on somebody compliment. Somebody walking by and I'm like, I like your hat. And then right around I'm like, oh, your hair is cute. That's nice. I just like to encourage people, inspire people. It's enough hate going on in the world. It's enough negativity going on in the world. If I'm the light of the world, I'm gonna shine. You know, whether people receive it or not, not everybody receives it the same way. You can speak to somebody, hey, how you doing? And they will completely ignore you and not say nothing. Like some people get offended and get mad, like, but I don't do it for them. You know, I do it because that's who I am. You know what I'm saying? So but it comes from a real place. Sometimes it's like, oh, I want to not necessarily prove myself, but I'm gonna show you what I got going on. You know, that's when that's when the Black Divine that drop that Off the Grid I sent you, that video.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the Black Divine.
We gonna play that. We gonna play that towards the end of the episode. They gonna get a little taste of what you really like.
That's where that come out. And then I got like, you know, things change where I talk about being in that, you know, situation when I was in Orlando and I had nowhere to stay, you know, encouraging people that it's a better way and things do change, you know what I'm saying? So whatever,
absolutely,
yeah, whatever it comes out as, it's all real, it's all genuine. You know, I don't have a specific sound because I'm so versatile, but it all come from a real place.
Oh, that's dope. It's definitely dope to come from a real place, because then that means people can understand your plight and your story,
yeah,
and what your message is.
Right, and connect.
So, go ahead, say what you were saying.
Oh no, I was saying and connect to you.
Yeah. So speaking of message, what is your message and your music?
My message and my music is life and love. That's my biggest thing, is to tell people that life is supposed to be lived. You can be living but not living life, you know? And appreciating your family, finding faith, you know, walking in that, being who you are. Just I love, like I said, I love encouraging people. So my music is motivational, inspirational. It's like cheering people on. It's, you know, of course I got my bars. I got, like I said, when I get in my bag and I want to spit a little something, you feel me? But my whole message is life and love. You know what I mean? It's I have a 7-year-old daughter, and I don't write anything that she can't listen to. I refuse, you know, I refuse. You know, I can't do it because she looks up to me. You know what I'm saying? She hears what I say, and I don't want to portray something in her life as her mom, and then she sees me on stage or hears my songs and she like, hey, that's not my mom, you know? So yeah, I keep it a buck, and it's all love. I'm really this person, you know, and it shows in my music, it shows in all of my art. And like I said, anybody that knows me or has encountered me, I'm a big supporter. I like sharing people music, people business. I like putting people on, making those, like you said, making those connections with other people, because like, why not? You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna get everything Daddy got for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Put people in positions to win, because everybody can eat. There's no pie. Like there's no, oh, you get a slice of this pie, you get a piece of this pie. So only this amount of pie
it's
left.
Enough for everybody.
Hey, come on. The Most High is the creator of this entire universe, everything seen and unseen. What am I lacking? You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Even if it's not here in the physical right now, I'm getting to it.
That's right.
Before, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm big on love and motivation. So that's what my message is.
Oh, that's fire. Well, we are at the 1 hour mark, so we are going to take a break, folks. I'm sitting here with Bide Divine, and she going in giving y'all some gems. And we here, y'all. 105.7 Phase.
Hey.
Dollar Radio.
Hey.
Going in Radio.
All that.
And we getting lit, y'all. So keep it locked in, and we'll be right back.
Get it.
We coming in from the door, man, on folks them. Y'all already know, cuz. Yeah, 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 hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, 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 hey, I rock all this white like I'm godly. Sushi gon' come with wasabi. Fresh off the steps of the porch. I walk out, get in a Porsche. Know that I'm using the force. Know that I mastered the course. Known as the plug and the source. Haters, they feeling remorse. This for my dogs in court. That's facing the judge and the jury. My brother, he made it in sports. And that's why he rock all that jewelry. She can remember me now. Know that my vision is blurry. I got these racks on me now. Know that the money done carry me. Know that I'm lit in my city. Know that I'm hot. Know that we poppin', man. Everybody chasing that cloud. Running their mouth. Know I really feed the game. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold up. We on the beaches and right off the coast. Down here in Florida, we doing the most. The hustle on South Beach is like a LeBron. You call it a pound and we call it a bomb. We at the lick and I'm working with chicken. Shout out my nigga from Memphis, they chicken. My dog and themselves know I know that they listening. Yeah, I'm on a new level just like I'm Hendrix. Straight from the gutter, we come from the trenches. We ball on these niggas, they sit on the bench. They using the style and I swear I ain't landed. We pushing the P and the P is for profit. They watching and listening, now look how they copy. They hate and respect it, but gotta acknowledge me. Know that a nigga be doing a lot. Know that I'm lit in my city. Know that I'm hot. Know that we poppin', man. Everybody chasing that cloud. Running their mouth. Know I really feed the game.
If I kept a penny from every time you told a lie, I'd be rich. If there were no sunlight to wake me up in the morning and I miss my day, you'd be the one to blame. I spend almost every day with you and still feel lonely. Boy, I cook for you, clean up, rearrange the room, dressed up. You don't even notice. Feeling like you're always just a beat behind my heart. You never seem to pick up the pace. Am I just imagining? If I kept a teardrop every time you made me cry, who'd survive? It seems like every day you're back and forth, you're in and out, we're going down. Love shouldn't be this way. My mind's playing tricks on me, writing scripts and shit, telling my heart don't believe what my conscience said. These ain't good butterflies, I'm angry, got me all anxious. I know I've wasted my time being patient. I'm feeling like you always just to be behind my heart. You never seem to pick up the pace. Am I just imagining you and I've never been? Don't tell me this is all in my head. I'm in love alone. I feel I'm in this thing on my own. You're standing right there, but you're oh so gone. Facing the fact I'm in love alone. In love alone. This is fool for you. Damn, I've been a fool so long. Felt you slip, band-aided it, then kept moving on. Mrs. Fool for you. Damn, I've been a fool so long. Felt you slip, band-aided it, then kept moving on. I'm in love alone. I feel I'm in this thing on my own. You're standing right there, but you're oh so gone. Facing the fact I'm in love alone. In love alone. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you now.
All right, y'all, we're back. Sitting here with my guest, Bide Divine. As always, this episode is brought to you by Collywood TV, Collywood Radio, Dollar Radio, Going In Radio, and TheMoneyBrand.com, Nor Shade the More Boutique. We moving and booming. But listen, I got my guest here. She's been dropping some gems about the Most High, about her music, about performance, about energy, a little bit about everything. And we talking mental health at the same time.
Really?
So for those that just tuned in for the first time or never seen my show, this is the podcast with Tigmatic. And this show is a show that talks about the struggles that artists, entrepreneurs, and more go through while pursuing their career or entertaining the world. And this is what we talking about today. So we here, y'all.
Sir.
All right. All right. So Solo Dolo came for you. All right. So here's my next question.
Okay.
Let's talk about business and branding.
Okay.
How do you balance being creative and being an entrepreneur?
Well, so luckily, my entrepreneurial journey requires me to be creative. But there's a balance that you have to have, because sometimes because it's like a right brain, left brain thing. I'm ambidextrous, so I think I use both sides of my brain. But being structured, having that organization, keeping those little things in mind, because you could create. But when it's a business, you have to have things in order. You have to have structure. You have to have, consistency. And I'm still learning about some of these things as far as being consistent, being on my own neck about, okay, you got to post every day, Bide. You got to do more than one. You know what I'm saying? And it's a journey. So you go through, you get better. But yeah, my entrepreneurial journey does require me to be creative. So just locking in on structure, scheduling, and organization really help to help you to be a better entrepreneur. It has helped me to be a better entrepreneur. But I'm also a face and body painter. So when it comes to that aspect of, I have to be creative. You know what I mean? I have to be, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be you gotta keep creating. So which led me to my next question. You said it already, but tell the people a little bit about what you're doing outside of music.
Yeah, ready for? No, I'm just kidding. So when I say I'm an artist, you can't box an artist in. I do art. Like I said, I started sketching and painting when I was little. So I always painted on canvas and drew on canvas and walls. So bodies are no different. I went to school for aesthetics and special effects makeup and
Really?
Yeah. So it started when I moved to Orlando. I needed a job, and I seen an ad in the paper, and they were like, "Hey, if you're creative, if you like art, come apply." And I was like, "Hey, that's me." So when they say they did face painting, I'm thinking like little balloons on a cheek or little smiley face, little hearts or whatever. They did full face tigers and like mask, and I'm like, "What in the world?" And I was just like blown away. But yeah, so I work for a company called Enjoy Your Face. There, all the Disney parks and Universal parks, they do all the face painting for the parks, and I worked there. I my first time at Disney, I was working at at Magic Kingdom, Epcot.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was.
I can imagine what that was like.
It was. I was such a tourist. I was like, oh my god, it's Pluto.
It was surreal, huh?
I was like watching the fireworks. I was like, oh my god, this is so great. But yeah, getting that experience was good. And then I face painted for like a church event, and I was like, oh my god, like I love this. I was like, this is really work for me. And then I went to school for aesthetics and special effects to get some more knowledge about different things, and that's when the special effects come in. But yeah, I'm a face and body painter. I do it for the festivals. People hire me for birthday parties, family reunions, etc., etc. Face painting is really popular with the kids. So yeah, I do that. I also bake. I don't know if you heard about my cupcakes, but I bake them with love. Love is the main ingredient. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
I'm gonna need some of them cupcakes because I'm a cupcake king.
What? Just wait.
I'm the CK out here. Cupcake king.
Cupcake king. But listen, I'm just warning you, Tigmatic. I'm just warning you that when you have a cupcake, you may need rehab. So don't blame me. Anybody that's been in content now, y'all already know what it is. They be like, "Oh, you making some cupcakes?"
That means I'm gonna keep coming back. Calling me, man. It be calling me flavor. That's what's up. That's what's up. So that means you're really good at baking.
Yes, and I love it. I was actually making like custom cakes at one point in time when I was in Orlando. It was like I was like, I need side hustles. Like I need something that I can do to generate some more income. And I had just started making cakes. Like I made somebody's wedding cake. I learned how to make fondant from scratch with it's like powdered sugar and marshmallows. And yeah, I was doing all kinds of stuff, but I decided not to take it to the whole cake thing. Like I do cupcakes, strawberries, pretzels, cake pops, and stuff like that. For people that know that I do it, I get repeat orders. I don't put myself out there like that because I do a lot. You know what I mean? So I bake. I do face painting. Started doing like window paintings and stuff like that. It's just ways to expand my business and a network and to stay creative and to have fun while making money,
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. That's always good when you're doing what you love and you're making money from it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Always good.
Yes, for sure. I'm also a motivational speaker. I do have a book that should be out hopefully by the end of the summer. I'm still working on just getting the editing done and self-publishing. So, that's a process as well. But
absolutely.
The power of words and thoughts is called hold that thought, watch your mouth. And I'm always speaking on the power of your words and the power of your thought life. So yeah, so I go around. I've spoke at the elementary school a couple times. I've done poetry and stuff at church, and yeah, I go around and like if you guys want somebody to speak and to uplift, that's what I do. So I do that as well. But like I said,
That's awesome.
It's all in one little bubble.
She do a lot, y'all. I got to get an explosion for this. I'm sorry, because you out here moving and booming for real. Like you really out here moving and booming. She bake, she paint, she do art, she record.
I'm a host of the podcast.
Listen, she's a hustler.
Yeah.
Hustler.
It's so much fun.
That's our up north lingo. We in
right?
the South, y'all. We live in the South now, but like she said, you can't get that slang out of us the way we talk, that pitch.
Come out, right? It's
hustler.
The hustler. It's gonna come out.
Y'all say hustler.
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 Hustler. But it's all the same like area. It's not like I don't know. It's all tied together. You know what I mean? The painting, because I used to paint. I love painting. So body is just a face in the body is just a different canvas. You know what I mean? Yeah. I decorate really pretty Oreos, and it's the same thing. It's art, and I love it. And that's why I just like through the years, I found different things, different outlets when I needed extra money to be able to accumulate that. And it just stuck with me, and then people, they value the artistic, presentation of my treats, and they love the way I face paint. So it always keeps me busy in it. And I love it because it keeps open doors. I meet different entrepreneurs and different businesses that people are really good in these communities, and being able to promote each other, being able to shop with these people, and it's love, and I'm grateful to be able to carry this gift, really.
Hey, listen, that's a God-given gift. So
yes.
The best thing about it is you make kids happy, and that's one of the biggest gifts of all.
For sure.
For kids to have that smile on their face. What? Mommy, look. Daddy, look.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Happened to me too. I've had a lot of experiences and a lot of great experiences with kids, because that's one of the highlights of my face painting journey. But this one little boy, I will never forget him. He had to be like 11 or 12, right? And I had painted half his face. I think a Spider-Man or something. Anyway, he was with a classmate, and I was at what was I at? Oh, we was at Dogwood. And so I painted his face, and we were talking. He was telling me like, "Oh, I want to be an artist," and I was like, "Oh, you can? Like, what kind of art?" And he's like, "Well, I kind of want to paint too." And I was like, "Well, listen, you see me doing my thing." I was just encouraging him, and we were just having a little conversation. It don't take me long to paint faces. So it was like maybe like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. He was in my chair. He got up and he was like, "I'll never forget you." And I was like, "Oh, like that was so sweet." And he made whoever he was with come back to the tent before they left, and him and his little classmate came and gave me a hug before they left.
That's what's up.
And I was like, this is why I do it. Like, it make it so worth it. Like that little
that's definitely
it was just so sweet. And yes, the kids, it make it so worth it. They bring so much joy, you know what I mean? And it's the little things,
Yeah.
It's the little things.
So what mistakes in business? Tell me some mistakes you made in business that taught you major lessons.
So actually not taking the business as a business is a mistake. You have to have your business in order. If you say that you're a business, you have to have certain paperwork. You want to make sure your LLC is in order. You want to make sure that you get your business account, and that you keep your business money and your personal money separate, so that your receipts, if you buying all this stuff for your business, you can get a tax write-off. You just need to make sure you keep your receipts. You need these things just in case you get audited. You got to put this information in. It's so many things, and it seems overwhelming, but it's not. Like it's just structure. And some people have people handle that for them,
bookkeepers and things.
Yeah, and they do have QuickBooks, which I think is really a really good app for those that are just beginning, and you feel overwhelmed. You're like, how am I supposed to keep all this file cabinet? No, they have apps that help you manage and keep your receipts and things of that nature. But yeah, just taking it fully as a business, even with music, off rip. And I thank God for who I was exposed to early, because when I was with $1 Billion Man Entertainment, he was like, yo, you need to get with a PRO immediately. You know what I mean? Before I even really was putting out music heavy, he like, you need a PRO. And I'm like, pro what? For y'all that don't know, a PRO is a performance rights organization, and that's how you collect your royalties and things of that nature. So it's ASCAP, BMI now, United Masters. So
yeah.
But that's gonna get you there. If you talk to any professional, they're gonna ask you if you have a few things, and you want to make sure these things are in place. Are you with a PRO? You know what I'm saying? Or who are you distributing? DistroKid, TuneCore. Like, are you on? Like how you streaming your music? You know what I'm saying? I used to do Reverb Nation for a while until I actually started putting stuff out on Apple and register.
I was the Reverb Nation ball too.
Reverb. I still got, I still go back and look at
Shout out to Reverb though, because I'm still getting plays on Reverb. But
exactly, I was popping on Reverb Nation. I put out a lot of tracks, and I went back and I was like, "Ooh, I forgot about that."
You gotta download that real quick.
Reverb, yeah, man. But you want to make sure those things are in place. Get your
absolutely.
Get your EPK. Make sure that if you want to take this thing seriously, you have to treat it like a business, because when you talk about sync licensing, there's certain paperwork you're gonna have in place to be in movies and commercials, and that's what that's what big money is. People missing a lot of sync money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not having that knowledge. So just do your research. Don't just be out here making all this music, putting it all on SoundCloud, saying, okay, I'm the hottest rapper in my city, whatever,
That's
and not anything.
Get your affairs in order.
To put yourself to put yourself in a position to elevate, because you could have a song, right? You could not do no shows, 0 shows, and have a song, and somebody's like, yo, I need that for my commercial. Or I need that for my, you know what I mean? And if your stuff is not in order, they're not going to be able to move forward with you. You know what I'm saying? So stay ready so you ain't got to, I mean, that's the best thing I can say.
That's a fact.
Hey, peace, Logic.
Hey. So, how important is branding to Divine?
Oh, branding is extremely important, and I am honing in on my brand, because as I've mentioned, I do a lot, but I want to be I want when people see me and they know, it's no question, this is Divine, from the look to the sound to it's everything. This is Divine. Okay, bet. You know what I mean? And I'm already setting myself apart with my music. When I go places and do showcases, it's rare. People, I always get at least one person that say, you know what, you got a message in your music, keep going. You really speaking on some stuff in your music, keep going. And I don't really, it doesn't bother me that I don't do it for people to be like, hey, you did a good job. You know what I mean? I know the power of words, and I know that my words and my songs hold power for people to keep going and to love themselves and to do things better. You know what I mean? So I stand on that. But
and toes.
Already, yeah. For sure.
That's what's up.
That's how it's got to be, man.
That's definitely what's up.
Yeah.
All right. So, how do you market yourself in today's industry?
So I like I said, it's a journey. We're still working on it. I do a lot of cross posting, of course, social media. But as a brand, I just take my quirks. Like I'm goofy, I'm silly. I take everything that I am and I push it to, so I do content as well, as far as like not just music content. I make like, sometimes I make inspirational videos, sometimes I'll do like funny stuff. I got low key, I got two baby viral videos, you know what I'm saying? Just practicing and working with everything. But that's how I put myself out there. I'm just myself, and I have to sometimes not overthink and get in my head, because everything ain't got to be perfect.
Yeah.
You just gotta go for it. So yeah, I've been posting on social and radio. I do podcast interviews. Shout out the Hustle Man podcast.
Shout out the Hustle Man. He was my co-host on my show.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Shout out the Hustle Man.
That's what's up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it was my first podcast interview, but I think it was one of you know what I'm saying, the first ones that I somebody was actually like, hey, come through, let's do an interview type situation. So and shout out to Strong Jules too, man. Iron Throne Radio. That's my girl, man. She been like, when we was down, shut down, COVID was around. You feel, she was doing virtual shows and stuff. So got to actually do a virtual show with her, and yeah, she was showing love ever since. So yeah, shout out to Sean Jewel. But yeah, that's it. Putting myself out there for people to get to know who I am, and as an artist, because I feel like my catalog is big, but it's not out. Like I have a lot of stuff I've been working on, but now is the season for me to just like, you know what I'm saying, take that. So yeah.
Yeah. So you're an independent artist, or you doing the label thing? Because I heard you shout out your team.
Yeah, Artist Cartel Music Group. So I am not technically signed to a label, but that's the label that I rock with, because I'm the host of the Artist Unplugged podcast, which is under the same umbrella. But I am working. Shout out to Ron. I am working with Ron, and he is going to, help manage and set my career up. He's managed a lot of artists before, so he's going to kind of put me on the right path as far as where I should be going, what I should be doing next in my career. It's gonna be wild, and people gonna be like, dang, like, you know how they call people overnight celebrities, or oh my goodness, they blew up overnight type situation.
Right.
No, it's a long time coming. It's been a very long time coming. A lot of mistakes, a lot of inconsistency, a lot of doubting myself, a lot of holding back because I didn't think it was good enough, or I didn't think this was the right. No, it's none of that. I'm out to release everything. I feel like what I've really been in my head, like, I don't know when my last day gonna be, and I don't want to leave here full. Every idea, every thought, every song, every poem, I want it out because it's for somebody. It's not just for me. It's not just because I make good music. It's like it's for somebody. So I got to get it out, even if it's not perfect, I got to get it out. You know what I mean? And it'll just take care of itself. Like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I can make 10 songs. Nobody could like any of them, but somebody's going to get something out of something. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, finish saying what you were saying.
Oh, no, I was just going to say that's the most important thing to me right now, is just getting it out. Because I want to leave here. Miles Monroe, or I think it was Miles Monroe, said that.
Oh, that's my guy right there.
Oh, sure. Said somebody of that caliber said that the richest place is the graveyard, because a lot of people die full, and they die full of dreams and full of ideas and visions and hopes that they never released, they never let out into the world. I told God, I told Daddy, I'm like, Daddy, I don't want to die full. You put this in me for others. I want to go empty. You know what I mean? Have been imported out to other people.
Yeah, I understand that. Somebody once told me to stop hoarding my music.
Oh, I feel that.
I was a hoarder when it came to the music. Like create, and be like, listen to this. But I never put it out. And everybody like, yo, this joint fire. You need to put it out. But I was one of those guys that was like, oh no, I need to go back. I need to tweak this. I need to mix this better.
Yeah.
Do this better.
Right.
And I was doing that a lot to the point where it wasn't really helping me. And then somebody really broke it down to me like, yo, you can be the hottest dude in the universe, but if nobody ever hear it, what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
So I understood that, so I started putting the music out.
Yeah, good job. Good job. I'm still working. Look, I'm still working on it. I got a lot to release, but
yeah.
If you do not
don't hoard it.
If you do not start, I'm not gonna be a hoarder. I'm sorry. Listen, whether it's messy, whether it's imperfect, you scared, whatever. If you do not start, how can you ever go? It's a race. There's a race. Nobody's in this lane but you, and there's a finish line. How will you ever get to the end if you don't move? You have to move. You have to go forward, whatever it is. It don't have to be perfect. Guess what? As you go, you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna say I hate to just keep going back to the Bible because it's so the Bible is so instructional for life. It's crazy.
Do your thing.
That's what you're supposed to do. But anyway, there's a story in the Bible, if you guys are not familiar. Leprosy, it did a lot to your skin. It was very, very contagious. People
absolutely
would get kicked out of the city. Like they couldn't even come be around civilization. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was 10 of them. They had a whole gang of they was out there because you had
absolutely
leprosy. And they were like, they seen Jesus and they were like, Son of David, heal us. You know, he did not even lay hands on them. He said, go show yourself to the priest. And in their mind, if they would have overthought or not listened to the word he said, right, they would have been like, we can't show ourselves to the priest. We got leprosy. We're going to be kicked out of the city again. And then all these sound like an excuse, right? Sound like that you hear yourself sometimes, right? They went. And as they went, they were healed. See, they listened to the word and they went forward with what they had. Even though they still had leprosy in the physical, as they went and moved forward, they were healed. And then it was forced to come back and thank him, and he was made whole. So the moral of the story is you got to move forward. You got to move forward in faith. And don't forget humble and be grateful. You know what I'm saying? One. Everybody else that had leprosy, like leprosy was like body parts would fall off. That's how bad it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so those people healed from their leprosy, they might have still been nubbed up, you know what I'm saying? Missing some limbs or something. But the one that went back and said, thank you. He's like, bruh, it was 10 of y'all. Like, where the other 9 at? He came back and he said, thank you for healing me. He was made whole. You know what I'm saying? Completely. So, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and listen, faith is definitely important.
Yeah, that's top priority. You're gonna need it. Look at what's going on in the world. Every time I ride by the gas station, it's like 10 cents higher. I'm like, bro, how is this even happening? You know what I mean? Like
They're talking about it might even be $5 at one point.
Right.
And that's lunacy to me, but gas is high already.
Right. Seeing 409, I'm like, bruh, like I seen $2.98. I thought it was tripping. I was like, oh, y'all high. Let me go down the street. And then I seen 3. I was like, oh, let me turn back around. Let me go ahead and get this 289. You know what I mean? Like a few months ago. So, people are stressed out over bills, over things like life in general. And faith is what's going to take you to a level of where you don't think about, like, it doesn't bother you. It's not like it doesn't come up, but it's not going to affect you. He said we're in this world, but we're not of this world. We have a different kingdom. And when you know that the Most High is your dad, when you know, like, my daddy owned this whole universe, he told me not to worry about what to wear, what to eat. He said he feed the birds and they don't even ask for it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
He clothed the lilies, how much more will he clothe me being in this image? Come on, like it just give you a whole nother perspective, and it keep you with a sound mind for real. Cause we gonna see something these last days. I don't, for
Listen,
real.
God says, even when these things are running rampant, not to fret. Because he still ain't coming back yet.
All right. This is the beginning of sorrow.
So this ain't even the real deal yet. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing yet. You absolutely.
We might not even be alive to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely
so
about that.
Yeah. So let me ask you this.
What's that?
How do you handle finances as an independent creative?
Okay, the best way I can. I try not to. But no, you just gotta it's a learning process. I like reading, so I listen to a lot of Myron Golden. And
he's definitely one of the money men that can give it to you in the gospel way.
Right. He's so profound, like the way he break down like business and spirit, and it's like it's not even like a separate thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It talks about business in the Bible. It's like, this is how I learned how to, do this and do that. But I like to always educate myself and listen to the people that have been there and have done that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I have the 12-week year productivity stuff that's gonna help me, because I didn't always have, in school they don't teach you how to manage money. They don't teach you about a business. They don't teach you, they teach you math. Like, I don't even need math. After you learn how to add and subtract, like, do you really need algebra? Do you really need calculus and trigonometry, like, during the day? Daily basis? Investing and stuff like that. So I just try, because I'm here with my parents. My dad had got sick about 2 years ago, and my mom had hip surgery. So I thank God for bringing me back. But yeah, I just try my best to manage what I have, and to make sure that I invest in something that's an asset and not a liability, so that my money can keep working for me. Make your money work for you, until I get
not you work for it.
Right. That's why I left the job, because like, other than stifling my schedule and not being able to do what I wanted to do, it's like, y'all are paying me and it's okay, it's good, but like, I could be here, making this much for 4 hours, and I'm here for 8 hours making this much. Like, I'm gonna do a little something different.
Making them rich.
Yeah, it don't make sense for me to work paycheck to paycheck now. Like, I gotta make this to make a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So definitely be mindful of your spending. Create a budget. Not saying that I have all those things in order, but I have the knowledge, so I'm gonna give it to you. We still working over here. You know what I'm saying? Work in progress. We still working over here.
She said, "Look, I'm keeping it real with y'all."
For real. And generational wealth is the goal. So yeah, it's always going to be, invested, and always looking for an opportunity to invest in assets, for sure.
Yeah, that's dope.
And shout out to the Wall Street Trapper too.
To who?
The Wall Street Trapper.
The Wall Street Trapper with the stocks and bonds.
He break it down so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My cousin told me about him. He definitely do the trading and stuff with, and learn from Wall Street Trapper. So shout out to the Wall Street Trapper.
Trapper.
Yeah. All right. So here's my next question. All right. What's your long-term vision for your brand?
Ooh. So I am an international artist, a New York Times bestselling author. I travel inspiring people with my music, with my TED Talks and my talks and my books. It's a empowerment. I also have my daughter. She has a book coming out. She's 7, and she has a book coming out, and I'm helping her to realize what she can do and build a brand. But it's about power and positivity and bringing the realness back to the music and just being authentically who I am and showing other people that it's okay to do that. You know, it's okay to be the one. You know what I mean? Because the venues that I'm performing right now, I'm the sore thumb. Like I stand out because of how I am and how I speak and my music. So
the message,
yeah.
To them, it's a sore thumb. To me, it's not. But
right.
But
yeah.
For being in secular spaces, it would be a sore thumb to them.
Right. Exactly.
You know. So, but I get it.
Yeah. But the main vision for the brand is love and motivation, inspiration. That's it. That's it, you know, because it's all going to tie into that. My music, my art, how I treat people, how I carry myself. I carry myself with integrity. I have values, I have morals. So I you know, I want to express that, especially to these young girls out here right now. What a lot of the culture is pushing is toxic. I mean, what they've been pushing is toxic, but it's like heavy right now.
It's definitely over sexualized.
What?
Like, super over sexualized
for no reason. But they got a reason, but it's just like it's no reason for that. You know what I'm saying? You can say things without saying it, but now it's just like, you know, back in the day, it was like the hardest thing, or you know, we had your R. Kelly or whatever, but it's like, I wanna sex you up, like that was the thing, right? But now they gonna tell you exactly how, where to put it. Like they give an anatomy on the radio now. It's like, wow, I did not need to know what color your booty was. That was not. I took anatomy in school. You could have just left that one part out. But no, like I said, my daughter's 7 and she doesn't listen to the radio. You know, she listens to me and everybody I listen to. And I be listening to No Big Deal, you know what I'm saying, KB. I listen to positive stuff. I listen to inspirational stuff because the mind is a powerful thing and she's a sponge. And I want to make sure that she starts off the right way. Like when I was young, I didn't get that. I was in church, but I didn't understand. Like I understand, and I'm, you know, teaching her to have her own relationship, you know, not forcing her, but just showing her by how I live, you know, how I live, how I talk, how I treat people. And you can tell, like, it's so funny. I just did a play. Shout out to the Suttons, Glenn and Lynn Sutton, for the appointment and all the cast of the appointment this weekend. I was backstage and I heard my this girl was like, yeah, this little girl, she was so cute. She was in the front row. I asked her how she was doing. She said, blessed and highly favored always. I was like, yeah, it's my daughter. It's my little girl. I already know.
That's what's up. That means you bringing her up the right way and you bringing her up with God. So that's always a plus. You feel me?
Yeah, say train up a child. If you don't, culture will.
That's right. So, yo, we are at the point where it is time to let them hear your sound.
Okay, let me know what y'all think.
You know, so we about to get to it. You know, let the bongos commence. We're about to get into it. You want to introduce this video?
Is this the off the grid?
All right, we about to get into it. All right.
I think this might be Black Divine.
Let's go.
The grid video.
Came to bring change, free free slaves, no trade. Break chain, shake lanes, close cut, no fade. Edward scissors with the clippers, clear your spot, no made. They be blinded by my light, cause there isn't any shade. Dark enough to hide it, beat drop sliding. Wanna high five, I've arrived now divining. Drip drown plenty, still too many try to dive in. Bet we gon' thrive when they say we won't survive. My tribe vibe high, no there's levels to the sky. I'm a spirit in the body, anything for y'all. Call me a widow, probably get it from my mom. Want no drama, you snake like Kai. See, vision with precision, bet the team go far. I don't twist my fingers, when I twist come out the job. Black culture, we forever raise the bar. When they took it for themselves, them everything they are. Never hold your head down, look up to the stars. What here for? See you fighting for a cause, feeding for the real. How they asking for these balls? Now that money coming fast, even passing foreign cars. Been an animal, cannibal, like drugs. When I say put your hands together, it's not for in the pause. I hope they see my spirit steps staring at my flaws. I'm a frontline soldier, I don't say that just because. Nah, go time, show time, flow time. I operate on a level where there is no time. I put her back at a hater, now there is no spine. No spine, playing. For real. Now you ain't standing for a thing. Maybe you ain't snitching, you changing pictures when you sing. I leave them in ditches, they wearing stitches. Sally ting, what's up, wine money calling an answer before it ring. I'm in this forever, this not a temporary thing. I'm thinking now, I don't even know what's gonna happen when I swing. Hey, better, they chatter, but see it's mine over matter. I make them mad like the hat, they want me hurt, but I'm flattered. Team on like there's no off switch, I had to go off. Double dragon season, the reason the steam I blow off. Plotting at the they gon' eat when they throw it off. Making myself comfortable, go ahead and take my coat off. Cause ain't no way you getting rid of me. It's a spirit war, wear my armor, wear my enemy. Not a lot of friends, a lot of them that pretend to be. It's hard for them to stand the presence of my energy. Sheesh, I vibe different cause I overstand my inner peace. Who I take a dish when they ask me what's gotten into me. I'm my own competition, who is into me? They never mention Bide, they wanna mimic me. Unable to finish me, nah. Unable to keep up, I speak up, start my soliloquy. It's back divine, line by line, they try and figure out what them figures be. Came up in this thing making waves, now they can't swim in peace. I dismantle beats, then they give them heat. They been asleep, I been a beast. Black divine, black. Black.
Straight fire, man.
Bo, bo, bo. Appreciate it, fam.
That was fire. Yo.
Appreciate it.
Yo, you definitely giving them some lyrical soliloquies out here. Like, snapping out here.
Yeah, that was like,
yeah, man.
Don't need no hook. Just go in.
Yeah, just go in.
Yeah, shout out to my producer, Chaotic Beats in New York, for that beat. He sent it to me. I was like, you know it's gonna be crazy when you get the I call it the limit.
Yeah, that was definitely one of them ones where you snapping from the moment it started all the way into the end. Like you snapped.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, that
was crazy.
That
was definitely crazy.
I always like to do something or to make something or write something. People got to run it back. They like, whoa. I know she ain't just say, hold on. And then you still got to listen because I do so many double entendres and I got so many like.
Oh, yeah. You like, was going in.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute.
Let me tell you something. That thing gonna be in the list on the videos now. We gonna be playing this John.
I appreciate you.
Listen, that's one of them ones. I like that.
I appreciate you, fam.
I appreciate you because you talking the real out here on that John. You know what I'm saying? You got me saying John. I'm talking my Philly lingo right now.
Oh, yeah, right.
This
right.
be more Philly right here talking right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Straight like that.
Yeah, yes, sir.
No cut, no chase.
Yes, sir. Straight up. Straight up.
Yeah, that was fire.
Thank you.
All right.
It.
So,
and that's everywhere. That's Black Divine. Y'all can catch that everywhere. Apple Music, Pandora, Spotify, anywhere that you can stream music. That's Black Divine by Bide Divine. So y'all can go cop that and listen to that. See how many like metaphors and stuff y'all could pick up on that one. That one's crazy.
Yeah, you was definitely dropping a whole bunch. You was punching. It
It's
was
like
punch at the punch at the punch. I was like, what?
But recover.
I don't know if you heard me in the background. I was like,
And you know, it's wild. I recorded that myself on GarageBand.
Hey, for real? You mixed it down like that too?
Yeah. I added
that John like that.
At the end, when I was like, "You been asleep, I've been a beast," and I do the growl.
Yeah.
I learned how to add that in. Like it's a learning process, you know what I mean? Before I could go to the studio, I really wanted to get music out, and then I started messing around with GarageBand, and I would just look up when I needed to know something, and it panned out. Some of it's better quality because I learned, you know, how to do it better. But yeah, I was proud of that when I was like, ew.
So you're definitely doing your thing. So I got two last questions.
Okay.
What's next for Divine in 2026 and beyond? Pun intended on the rhyming.
Oh, okay. All right. Bars.
Bars.
So more music, more music, more visuals, short films, plays, like more. Y'all gonna see me more and more content, consistency. So y'all really gonna get to know me on a different level this year and moving forward. No holds bar. I'm not holding anything back. I'm just gonna like let it go. I'm gonna let it loose. Like that's what it's gonna be more. So get used to seeing his face, because if you know, I'm everywhere. I'm gonna be everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Here, she has arrived. Y'all heard her.
Yeah.
She already was out here, but
right,
she's telling y'all she got more for y'all.
I was outside, but I'm gonna be really outside.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up. All right. What's a dream collaboration you haven't done yet?
Oh, man, it's so many, but honestly, like something I really, really want to do. And this is not with no like local artists, because I have some collaborations that I really want to do that we've like are in the works already, but something that's not even in the works or in the vision right now is No Big Deal. He is hard. Like Dilly is hard. Like I listen to his music and I'm like, oh, we will make a dope track together. So No Big Deal. Shout out to No Big Deal, and
shout out to No Big Deal.
Get at me, homie. Can we go? Yeah.
Wherever you at, get at her. Y'all heard her.
Right. But yeah, it's a lot of artists that I've been doing shows with that we got some things going on. Malik Stone, I just actually talked to him in the gym, and we got some stuff in the works. It's gonna be a real active year. 26 gonna be a real active year for Bide Divine. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up. One last question. One last question, and then you can give your shout outs, anything else that you want to do.
Okay.
This is a question that I ask every single guest that's on the show when they come on, and I gotta do a solo can for me.
Okay.
If it's one thing life has taught you, what is that and why?
God is always faithful. He never fails. He never will. If anything happens to you in your life, which we will go through trials and tribulations, we will go through hard times, we will make mistakes ourselves, but everything is a lesson. It's a lesson. It doesn't happen to you, it's happening for you. It is going to be for your good, for your betterment, for your character, for the strength that you have. How do you build muscle? You go in the gym, your muscle rips, it repairs itself, right? So it builds on itself and you get stronger. That's the same thing that's happening to you in your life. It's perspective. You have to realize that the things that happen to us don't dictate who we are. You build that character with your relationship with the Most High and continuing to grow. Everybody has a starting point, and you will continue to grow as a person. You just got to have the right perspective and know that He is who He is. And when you know whose you are, it hit different. You know, your whole life, it hit different. So yes, just continue to trust God. I don't care what you're going through, how long you've been going through it. He never fails. He's so intentional. You just have to pay attention. You know, it's not that it's not happening for you. It's not like signs and miracles are not happening. It's that sometimes we're so distracted with entertainment, with our own problems, that we're too blind to see it. But you have to understand and know everything's going to work out for your good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on that note, folks.
Yes, sir.
I want to say thank you for coming on. Yeah. Such a ray of light, such great energy.
Thank you.
You got to come back. And I definitely got to have you on Stirring the Pot, where we could play another video, which is my other show where I play videos in between the interview.
Okay. Dope.
But I do that on a Saturday, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Saturdays it's a toss-up for some people. Yeah,
it do be a little busy in the next couple Saturdays, but we'll schedule something out. You know what I mean? If I don't got nothing, we'll definitely schedule something out, because we're gonna be connected anyway, because I'm a part of the chapter. You feel me?
That's right. This is one of my BLM grassroots North Carolina comrades here, y'all.
Let's get
so
it.
Y'all see where the energy is coming from.
Right, exactly.
Y'all see what her energy like already. Imagine what it's gonna be like on stage and at the festival. Y'all better get down here to the festival.
Y'all
better come enjoy yourselves.
You better be there.
Hey, anything you want to say to the folks before we get off?
Man, I just appreciate y'all tuning in. Shout out to the Pop Podcast with Tigmatic. For having me on. I appreciate it. You know, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. You know, continue to show love, spread love and light. You with the energy you put out, you get back. Shout out to the team, Artists Unplugged Podcast, Artist Cartel Music Group. Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Tay, Jazz. Shout out to D Dominique. With the Artists Unplugged Podcast and Chat About It, will be collabing tomorrow to interview some artists on the Oak 93.5 page live at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. the Artists Unplugged radio show. Shout out to me. You know, shout out to everybody that's ever believed in me, that's ever shared any of my posts. It's so many artists I don't even want to go through. You know, if you rock with me, I love you. You already know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing your thing. And yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate everything.
All right, so listen, don't hang up.
Okay.
I'm gonna close the show out, but don't hang up.
I got you.
All right. Folks, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. You know, for me, I enjoyed this very much. This was awesome energy. And listen, this won't be the last time you see my comrade. As always, the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic was brought to you by Hollywood TV, Hollywood Radio, Dollar Radio, Going In Radio, TheMoneyBrand.com, and North Shade Demore Boutique. Once again, I am your host, Tigmatic. Put God first, and everything else will follow. Listen, enjoy y'all night. It's your boy. We out. Peace.
What's up, y'all? Tune into the Pop Podcast with Tig Radio.
For the Pop Podcast with your boy Tigmatic interview.
Pop Podcast, Stirring the Pot.
So tune into the Pop Podcast with Tigmatic on Hollywood TV.
Tune in to the Pop Podcast, my boy Tigmatic.
And Going In Radio. You might get some good music and some knowledge.